Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about XRP, XDC, Hbar, you name it, right? There's going to be a lot of projects mentioned in this video. Specifically, the big ones are going to be XRP, XLM, XDC, and Hbar. But beyond that, right, like at the end of the day, the number one thing that I've been focused on is where we currently are in the revolution of finance. And that revolution is tokenization. Tokenization is one of the biggest things to address and fully focus on right now around this space. Why? Because every single financial institution, every single major player is talking about tokenization. It's the biggest thing that this space has going for it right now. Why? Because this will completely reshape and revolutionize entire asset classes, including well-known, historically wealth-creating asset classes like real estate, for example. So let's actually talk about this. So the Digital Asset Summit 2024, I mentioned it in a video from yesterday. It is one to watch for because now we are starting to see some pretty big updates. And big shout out to XRP Drops. I'm going to be utilizing 3 posts from him on X. And we have initially just in at the Blockworks Digital Asset Summit 2024 in London. Imagine Franklin Templeton giving a presentation on tokenization in 2017 and people leaving the room. That's like, think about how crazy that is. It's funny to see how quickly opinions can change. Every major firm is now talking about tokenization. We are witnessing an epochal transformation of the traditional financial world. And yes, this is one of the biggest transformations out there. Guys, like I keep saying, the greatest wealth is going to be coming from tokenization. It really is, because what we're going to see is all that wealth in the traditional world moving on chain. Think about how big that is. It's very exciting, in my opinion. But listen closely to this video.
We did our first report on tokenization in 2017, and at this time, my team and I would go out and we'd talk to the C-suite or the executive committee of the largest asset managers and wealth managers all around the globe. And so I brought the report out, and I was telling Rachel, it was so funny, like in a lot of the rooms, people actually got up and walked out. Like when we were presenting this concept of tokenization replacing equities and bonds over time, tokenization opening up new asset opportunities, they just thought it was ridiculous. There was no need for tokenization. We have securitization, I was told. And so many people were so resistant to this idea. And here we are, like, less than 8 years later, and almost every major firm is now talking about tokenization. So it's funny to see how quickly opinions can change.
Yeah.
Our first report.
And, we are starting to see the opinion changing drastically. Even right now around crypto, I've noticed that the overall sentiment around crypto has changed drastically in the last couple years. And outside of just the opinion, we're also seeing fundamentals change. Go back to 2017, go back to 2018, even go back to 2020 and 2021. A lot of the headlines that we're now seeing from these big institutions, from these big players, it's completely night and day. And all of the echoes around how crypto's this, crypto's that, all of those big players like BlackRock and JP Morgan, they're now utilizing the technology. They're launching products around crypto as well. So the tune is changing drastically. But also over here we have just in from the Digital Asset Summit in London 2024, Marcus Infinger with the absolute best promotion for Ripple, the XRP Ledger, and XRP. We're excited to continue to innovate. How can we insert more blockchain technology and take this from the billions into the trillions eventually? Check this one out as well.
Yeah. No, but I'm going to slightly restate your question. So why are blockchains well suited to solve pain points in payments? And so look, I start with blockchains are global networks out of the gate, right? And some of them are very efficient. So for example, the XRP Ledger, which we work with, has been facilitating value transfer in 3 to 5 seconds consistently throughout a period of almost 12 years at a fraction of a cent, right? Without any security incidents on the network. And so basically the way how Ripple's solution works is it's integrating with XRP the digital asset and basically an application layer that then facilitates cross-border payments fiat to fiat instantly in real time with real-time tracking bridged by this digital asset that the underlying network is just like highly efficient to facilitate that. And so the other massive pain point that's being relieved on that is that there's no need for pre-funding and it's available 24/7. And look, I mean, the traction speaks for itself. We have hundreds of customers in like 55 countries using this on a daily basis, again, billions of dollars every year. And it's more often than not actually hard to meet the whole demand we're seeing. And so, look, we're excited to continue to innovate. How can we insert more blockchain technology and take this from the billions into the trillions eventually?
And we will get there. One of the big players that are really kind of backing Ripple as well, which is Arcix, has talked about 30 to 50 trillion on the XRP Ledger. It's a crazy prediction in my opinion. Again, maybe I'm wrong. I would love to see it, but he said 30 to 50 trillion on the XRP Ledger by the end of 2025 in terms of tokenization. So I don't know how logical that is, but I'd love to see it. We have to wait and see, but we are going to get to that trillions area, and that's going to be very exciting. But then also we got this post where Brad is at the Digital Asset Summit 2024 wearing a Stellar keychain around his neck. I believe it might be a keychain or some type of, I don't know, neck strap or what, but it's Stellar. And we have Stellar Org is an Emerald sponsor and Ripple is a Platinum sponsor at the Digital Asset Summit 2024. Would Brad really wear this neck strap if Stellar were such a big competitor? And I've always said, as we look at Stellar and as we look at Ripple, they're not competitors. They have both a great area of opportunity in front of them. I look at what Ripple is doing as more B2B. I look at what Stellar is doing more P2P. There's an incredible opportunity behind holding XRP and even XLM. I've always said this in the past. But let's actually talk about that, because XRP has a great opportunity in front of it as being a major project and a major player behind the tokenization space. The XRP Ledger has been purpose-built for tokenization and even payment technology. XRP is great in terms of a settlement vehicle around tokenized assets. And even if we go over here to my post regarding XLM, Hedera, and even Ripple, I put out a post saying I have been talking about XLM recently more heavily because of the moves being made by Stellar. Tokenization is going to provide generational wealth to those who see the vision, and it 100% will. I strongly believe that Stellar is at the forefront of this revolution. They have everything needed to corner this market and become a dominant force. Obviously, I do focus on Hedera and Ripple for what they have been doing behind the scenes too, but Stellar must be focused on. The ROI on XLM could be very good for lower risk opportunity in the space. I see a lot of complaints about price action, but if you are complaining now, you are missing the big picture. And here is actually from Digital Assets Daily. This is rwa.xyz. This is a website which tracks all of the total value of tokenized treasuries. Right now it's at 733.6 million. Again, this is just millions. We're not even talking about billions or trillions. And Stellar is actually a dominant force at the top of the food chain. 355.2 million. This was just recently at 400 plus million, but with how volatile the markets have become, I think a lot of people are actually taking some profits off the table. But regardless, this is still a great thing to look at because it's currently the #1 largest player when it comes to tokenized treasuries. But also, check out some of the other initiatives happening around this space, like, for an example, the EHKD pilot program, which now phase 2 of this is launching to explore the potential of digital Hong Kong dollar in the areas of programmability, tokenization, and more. Do not miss out on this opportunity to make your mark. Apply by May 17th. And we do know that Ripple with Fubon Bank, with even a few other players, Toko is the big one that I'm looking at here because remember, Toko is a Hedera enabled project. We have over here from DLA Piper, Toko is a tokenization engine and digital asset creation platform that provides technology services to complement DLA Piper's legal capabilities. And this is built out on Hedera. It's utilizing the Hedera token service, and this is all integrated within that for enterprise grade digital assets. But we could see the entire breakdown of this, and this is Fubon Bank home equity line of credit flows. This is tokenization of home equity line of credit. This is a big move in the real estate space, and you can see how every single player is tied to this in terms of, you know, Hex Trust, Toko, OLab, you name it. So this is a pretty big move. And like I said, Ripple is at the forefront of this. Hedera is at the forefront of this. We even know that Stellar is around the tokenization space a dominant force. And again, XDC as well. For those that actually don't know about XDC, I always put a spotlight on XDC because so many people completely forget about how big XDC has become in just the last couple months and even years. Tokenized assets will grow by a factor of 80 in private markets and reach up to $4 trillion in value by 2030. And this is from Securitize, which, by the way, if you don't know, Securitize is actually working with XDC. But this is the opportunity that's in front of us. Like, the growth rate around tokenization is insane. But we also know over here from Zoth and Fathom, this is actually working with XDC. We have together, we're innovating DeFi and accelerating the growth of the multi-trillion-dollar real-world asset sector. This is all leveraging the stablecoin FXD for real-world asset pools on the XDC network. And here's the breakdown of how that will actually work. It's actually with Trade Phoenix and XDC with Eclipton as well. This is actually going to be a pretty big move. And like I said, it really does put XDC on the map as well around tokenization services. But beyond this, we also have InvoiceMate and Trade Phoenix paved the way with successful invoice tokenization on the XDC blockchain. Outside of this one as well, we have XDC Network to boost tokenized US Treasuries 624 million yearly growth, which is also this. We're already at 733.6 million now. And then last but not least, we also have SBI Holdings and Trade Phoenix partner to drive blockchain adoption in Japan, which, by the way, we all know that SBI is also working with Ripple and even XRP. But these are the moves that are being made behind the scenes while everyone completely overlooks it. Like, this is the next generation of finance. This is where most of the money, the most of the money is going to be made around this new technology. Because think about how much will be traded 24/7, 365 through tokenization services, leveraging some of these assets like XDC, XLM, XRP Hbar, Hedera beyond just Toko, guys. I really think everyone needs to focus on Hedera for what it's doing. If you go to the homepage on Hedera's website, we have real-world asset tokenization. And this is for everyone, not just institutions, not just major players. It's pretty much everyone. But look at what Hedera is backed by. Look at what's happening on Hedera. Like, the use cases here are so significant. All of these players are huge. It's not just about XRP. It's not just about XLM. It's about the entire ecosystem. There are some great players in this space that I do think that deserve to have a spotlight put on them. Hedera, Ripple, Stellar, XDC, all of them are a part of this major revolution happening. That's why I always look at the idea of like competitors. Like, everyone is always like, oh, well, XRP is better than XLM, or XLM is better than XRP, or Hbar is better than... Like, it's so insane to me. When you look at the names, like, a lot of these projects do have exposure to other players in this space, which also puts a spotlight on the fact that, you know, at some point in time, Ripple could be collaborating with Hedera, or Hedera could be collaborating with XDC, or they all could be collaborating. That's what I look at. We're headed into a multi-chain future where so much money is going to be flowing through this space that a lot of these projects have a ton of opportunity to become major leaders in the space, and also for the token that is powering these networks and being utilized on the network to also become very, very valuable because of the demand that is going to be realized on these networks. So focus on the much bigger picture here. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on for some more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord on the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.